Welcome to Studio 402 in Rochester, New York. It's First Friday, and this is a virtual opening. My name is Karen Frutiger, and I'm a mixed media artist. I include collage in my work, found objects, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. In the meantime, I invite you to come visit the work directly. We will make sure that you have a very safe visit. It will be a small group of people visiting the studio at the time. Windows will be open, and we will all be wearing masks, which cover nose and mouth. But hopefully you'll leave your eyes wide open so that you can closely inspect my work. Let's talk about my work a bit. People ask me where I get my inspiration, and oftentimes people mistake my work for prints. It's actually paintings, and I work on watercolor paper, and I always work intuitively. I never have a plan in place when I start a painting. I'll oftentimes lay down a variety of textures. Sometimes I even use a gesso through a stencil to create textures on the paper. And then I start to add maybe some collage or some marks until something kind of sparks my interest and maybe suggests what the next move is. So in this piece, I started out actually with image of barnacles. That's all gone. Oftentimes I cover up what I started with, but I became pretty interested in shapes, and I used some of my own photographs to pull in some circular shapes. I did some mark making on the paper, which is repetitive, but maybe suggested with some lighter colors and some dark. And then I still was not sure where this piece was going. And in my stash of photographs, I found this image here, and to me it pulled it all together. I love the fact that I'm repeating shapes, but they're different sizes and scale, and I like the idea of creating depth in my work through layers. So this piece is called Tumble. To me, it still really reminds me of what happens at the beach. Although I really love the idea that people look at my work and see different things than maybe even I see in my work.
All right.
I really love using text in my work. I have a flat file at home that is full of ephemera, old letters, old magazines, old clippings, discarded grocery lists that I find in the Wegmans parking lot, or even some things I've poached from recycling bins. So anyway, I do not use text as a literal meaning or conceptual idea. I use text as mark. I'm interested in the shapes of lettering or the flow or gesture of lettering. I do love the idea of handwritten text that echoes another person. So I use text in this piece, and the final, I was searching for a way to finish this piece, and I realized I needed to put some of my own writing in this piece. And when I do put my own writing in the piece, it's usually stream of consciousness writing. It doesn't have anything to do with what I'm trying to tell the viewer. Sometimes I use text very sparingly. I love, there's actually text buried in this piece, and then there's an old label from clothing, and I just love the font in this, so that's in there. And I like the idea that text can be, or handwriting can be hidden, at least to the initial look at a piece, and then maybe it kind of floats up through the layers and viewers discover it. Okay. I'm really excited about sharing my work with you, and I hope that you will contact me. We'll provide my email or Studio 402's Facebook page, so that you can arrange a visit. Or if you have any questions for me, I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, I'll say goodbye to now. I just would like to mention that I'm dedicating this show to my mentor and teacher, Steve Carpenter. He's been a tremendous influence for me, and he's helped so many artists in the Rochester area, and his contribution to my work has been immeasurable. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.